thank you very much. Welcome inside Omaha, a dynamic and diverse city in the Midwest. But for college baseball teams and fans, it is the destination, the desired endpoint of every season's journey. For two teams, there are two steps left. LSU and Coastal Carolina. This is not David and Goliath. Cinderella is in her castle 1,400 miles from here. This is a clash of clubs with championship pedigrees. 2 wins away from a World Series title.
For 75 years, they've gathered in Omaha, where the best in college baseball meet in a moment of magnitude.
The giants, legends, we're on the rise.
Coastal Carolina, the hottest team in the country.
Swing and a miss! Coastal wins it!
I would say the Teal is pretty for real. I mean, 26 games.
I don't know if they know how to lose right now.
We're playing to win, and that's what's going to happen.
LSU, winning in dramatic fashion.
Jared Jones with a chance. It's off the glove of the second baseman. LSU is on to the finals.
I came to LSU for moments like this.
Seeking an 8th championship and cementing their legacy as the elite program of the past 30 years.
They don't remember you unless you win a national championship.
Heroes, the giants, legends, we're on the rise.
Sean's up versus Go Tigers.
We don't really care what conference you're from. We don't really care who you are. Like, we're ready to play. I like our odds against them.
In a test of response and resolve.
I won't be satisfied until I get a national championship. We're meant for this.
Heroes, giants, legends, we're on the rise.
This is the Men's College World Series Finals.
And let's get this party started. Purple and gold all over the place as the 2025 NCAA Men's College World Series is presented by Capital One. I mean, the Teal may very well be for real, but this is a home game for the LSU Tigers. Coastal doesn't care. They'll take on anyone, anywhere, anytime. And that's what this whole series has been about. That's what the second half of this season has been about. Are you kidding me? 26 straight victories. They haven't lost a game in 2 months. LSU's got 7 World Series already to their name. They're looking for their 8th all-time. And yes, we've had a no-hitter from an Arkansas pitcher named Gage Wood. Will we get another outstanding start tonight? Kade Anderson, likely the #1 overall pick in this year's draft, on the bump. Catching the baseball for Coastal is their bread and butter, their backbone. His name is Caden Bodine. He models his game after JT Realmuto. The SEC has won this thing 5 years in a row. The Sun Belt's only title in sports 40 years ago. The Old Dominion women's softball team. Meantime, you take a look, and it is a very mixed field. I'm joined by 2 legends of this game as well, KP Carl Peterson, and of course Chris Burke, and down on the field, Chris Budden in just a moment. It feels like these are 2 teams that are ready to clash. Nobody's backing down. There's no slippers to be found out there.
Now, we love this environment. I mean, Coastal comes in, they've won 26 in a row. No team has ever won more consecutive games going into the finals. They've won 56 games this season. Nobody has won more games in the entire country. The Teal is, in fact, for real, Berkey, but they're going up against one of college baseball's most storied programs.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Coastal's legit, but they got to beat college baseball royalty with their ace on the bump and a slugger who has led them here to the finals. Jared Jones started off this World Series 0 for 5 strikeouts. All he's done since then is catch fire. He's hit 2 homers. He's driven in 6 runs. And against Arkansas, he was the clutchest in the biggest moment. A home run to tie it up in the bottom of the 8th at 3 apiece, and then a walk-off to send LSU back to the finals for the 9th time in program history.
It's warm in the bayou. It's 98 degrees there right now. Meantime, they talk about Coastal Carolina as you take a look at Jared Jones and the effort to try to calm his bat down because he's been red hot. But Coastal makes this joke about grabbing guys from the Northeast and bringing them to Hawaii, if you will, in Conway, South Carolina. Bodine is one of those mid-Atlantic players who relishes the heat, and it's warm.
Yeah, they got a jersey kit behind home plate. He also leads off. How many leadoff hitters do you see that are catchers? Well, there's not many, but you don't see many like Caden Bodine at any position. He's the rock in this offense. He's a rock defensively. He's one of the reasons why this pitching staff is second in the country in ERA. A kid that should hear his name called in the first round of this year's draft, but right now he's in the middle of one of the most impressive teams in the country.
KB, Coastal knew they were good, but nobody saw a 26-game winning streak, did they?
I want to take you back to April 22nd when Coastal Carolina lost to College of Charleston. Charleston's head coach, Chad Holbrook, looked inside that Coastal dugout and he goes, boys, you don't have anything to be sad about. You're going to be a national seed, and you're probably not going to lose again. Holbrook must have seen something special in that dugout. Either that or he needs to be on a flight to Vegas, because that's all this Coastal team has done. That's winners of 26 straight.
Everybody say it with me, Chanticleers.
They have won 18.
22's 23 consecutive wins.
You almost forget what it feels like to lose.
Coastal Carolina punches its ticket back to Omaha.
This is not a fluke. This is not a Cinderella deal, and we're not going away.
People doubted us, and I think they still do. We take pride in our preparation. That gives us confidence on the field.
24, 25, 26 straight victories.
We don't really care what conference you're from. We don't really care who you are. Like, we're ready to play.
Sean's up.
Carl, this isn't some like we don't talk about this no-hitter type streak. They are proud of it. Winners of 26, looking for 27 today.
That guy right there, KB, the son of a former New York Giant football coach. There's a football field to this thing, and we've seen some unbelievable pitching performances. Are we due for another tonight? We're back. The elements will be a factor. You can see the sun there. The wind is certainly going to be a factor, as is the temperature, especially for the catchers tonight, who are wearing all that gear on a 96-degree day. Meantime, Kade Anderson's numbers are eye-popping, and you can see that he's 6'2", 186 with an 11-1 record in 110 innings pitched.
And 170 strikeouts. That's more than anybody else in the entire country. A left-hander's got a chance to potentially be the #1 overall pick in the draft. It is a mid-90s fastball. 2 breaking balls, a really good changeup, and a guy that is built for this spot. Just a sophomore, but has turned into one of the best arms in the country.
And draft eligible as we take a look at the Coastal Carolina batting order. It's brought to you by Capital One, with Bodine leading off. The biggest concern from Jay Johnson today, making sure the leadoff guy doesn't get on base.
Yeah, that's goal #1. Keep the leadoff guy on base, and Coastal Carolina sends their best up first. So it starts right out of the gate here with the All-American Bodine against the future big leaguer, Kade Anderson.
Bodine, the junior, on Manhattan Heights, New Jersey, at 5'10", 200. He's an amazing pitch framer. We're going to focus on his bat now. And any ball in the air could be an adventure. First pitch misses down. Ball 1 at 95 miles an hour. 170 strikeouts off the left arm of that guy. His slider is ridiculous. And this one on the ground to third. And Braswell picks it up and throws him out. He's at third, because they expect to get a lot of ground balls and push bunts.
All right, so here's the left-hander stuff. We showed you the fastball. It's into the mid-90s. He will elevate it and throw at the bottom of the zone. 2 different breaking balls. 2 distinctly 2 different breaking balls, but this is how good that slider was in his start against Arkansas. 0-for-10, 5 strikeouts. He'll show you the curveball as well. The changeup, especially against right-handed hitters for Coastal, will play importantly today for Kade Anderson.
Sebastian Alexander will bat next. And he looks at 1 down. Alexander's the left fielder. He's got terrific speed. He has stolen 27 bases in 32 attempts. And Michael Braswell, the third baseman, is even with the bag. That's in there for a strike. Fastball came in at 94. The wind feels like it's blowing about 90. It's blowing straight in from center field. So hitting one out to dead central is going to be nearly impossible, as Alexander gives one to the fans in the seats. Coastal comes in 56-11, and if you're just tuning in, the 2016 national champions are on a 26-game winning streak. They haven't lost in 2 months. 1-2 from Alexander. No! Slider that he didn't offer up. Anderson is the typical, came in as a freshman, developed some pitching, body changed a little bit, and became the rock of the staff in his second season. away. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I think a lot of these swing counts, you're going to see fastballs up and away, especially the right-handed hitters. It's a great day to throw a 4-seam fastball and try to induce fly balls. Not a whole lot of fear from these pitchers.
No, that's ball. Alexander and his speed will go down to first base. Here he is, Jay Johnson, looking to become the fastest coach to win 2 World Series titles at a school. The prior quickest was 8 seasons. He just did it in 2023. And how about this? A first-year coach to lead his team to the World Series finals. The last to do it was Johnson. The other 5 who led their team in their first year to the finals all lost in the finals. So Schnall is trying to break more glass by winning the title. Blake Barthol is a fascinating story, a walk-on here. Ball inside, that's going to get away. That's easily going to send Alexander down a second in an aggressive turn, but he'll hold there.
Yeah, Luis Hernandez trying to steal a strike right here. He's just a little bit too quick doing it. Watch that glove. Ball that caught a lot of the plate, but right there more concerned about bringing it back over before he actually caught it. Should go as a pass ball, and now Alexander moves up 90 feet.
We talk about the shadows a lot for the hitters. You almost wonder if the shadows played a part in that. That's a pitch Hernandez expects to catch.
Big opportunity for the junior. Barthol, nope, he holds up. And right now, Anderson, after the walk and the pass ball, finds himself behind 2-0. Barthol was a walk-on who went to Coastal's camp. And according to their coaching staff, might go down as one of the best players we ever had. 2-1.
The story against Coastal is control what Kevin Schnall calls the freeze, right? Free bases is what they build their offense on. So far, we already have a free pass with a walk, a free base with a pass ball. Not a great start for this LSU defense.
Oh. Yeah. Coastal offense has had great success in the first inning with an on base of 579. Anderson has battled back to a 2-2 count against Barthol. He's hitting 286 in the tournament with a couple of doubles. Able to foul off a slider.
Nice job. KP, you highlighted the slider's effectiveness against Arkansas. With these shadows earlier in the game, left on left, you got your hands full. Barthol doing a nice job there of wasting a really good breaking ball there from Kade Anderson.
Great speed at second base, and Sebastian Alexander. 2-2 with 1 out, just underway. Spoils another one.
That was interesting today, talking to Kevin Schnall just about offensive approach for Coastal. And one of the things he talked about was intentionally trying to run the pitch count up. If we get through an inning and face 15 or more pitches, regardless of whether or not we put any runs on the board, that is a positive. And obviously with the foul balls, pushing that pitch count up, the next pitch will be Anderson's 15th this inning.
And Barthol, tough hop. Braswell will look Alexander back. Makes a high throw, but the tag applied by Jones. And Alexander could not advance to third. Nice play by Jared Jones at first base.
This is tough on both ends. Michael Braswell hangs in there on a ground ball, and you called it, Carl. The big fella Bear showing you some nimbleness over there at first base, getting off the bag and finishing off with a tag as LSU gets the second out here. Bear Jones kind of flying inside the line and then just getting Barthol as right before he gets to the base.
Cleanup hitter Walker Mitchell, third baseman. No. High with the first real off-speed slow pitch we've seen from him tonight. Walker, a 279 hitter during the regular season, 233 in the tournament. He's got 7 hits, all of them singles. That one lands. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's Braswell at third with Stephen Milam at short. Daniel Dickinson is at second. Jones, you've seen it first. In the outfield, Curiel's in left, and he's playing very deep. Chris Stanfield in center, and Jake Brown is in right, with Luis Hernandez behind the dish. That sails high, 2-1.
Chanticleers, you talked about how good they've been early in ball games. 9 first-inning runs here. They got the hitter up in the order who's been best against left-handers all year with a plus count, runner in scoring position, looking to get off to another fast start.
They say he went. Home place umpire says he did swing an 84-mile-an-hour changeup, a developing pitch for Kade Anderson.
That is a good one, and it's been one of the biggest differences this year. Did he go? Ooh. That's a 50-50 ball right there. But watch him get over the top of that changeup, turn it over. Good movement down and away from Walker Mitchell to get the check swing strike.
Milam said of his pitcher Anderson, he wants to embarrass you. With all those strikeouts, he's done a lot of that. Here we go with a 2-2 and 2 outs. Foul ball down the third baseline. First pitch of the first, so a moral victory for Coastal. That's that number KP talked about. They'd like to get a run on a 2-2 outside full count.
Guys, for somebody who leads the country in strikeouts, the put-away pitches have been hard to come by here early in the game. I mean, everything's in his advantage with the wind and with the shadows, and Coastal is really grinding out these ABs here early in the ball game.
Kade would be next up. First, the 3-2. Away. And he missed away. Second walk of the inning for Anderson. And Coastal's got a little threat going, and they're certainly putting some pitches on the arm of the lefty.
And Anderson just 30 walks in the entire season coming in. So this is a kid that has had very good control to go with top-end stuff. See the most that he's thrown in a first inning. All of his postseason starts this year. It should be no surprise. I mean, this is Coastal's offensive approach. It is intentionally trying to make at-bats uncomfortable and make guys earn the ability to get them out. And so far, the 2 times that Anderson could have come back 3-2, he's missed with both.
All right, so not the first time Anderson's been on the mound here, but KP, difference between the finals and sort of an opening round game here in Omaha. What's the nerves? You've been on that mound. You've been on the mound at the World Series.
Yeah, some of it. I mean, it could be that, but some could be. You know, we're also very early here, and there's a couple misses that we generally don't see from Anderson. History would tell you that he's going to find it here pretty quick.
He looks pretty loose out there right now, guys. We're chucking it up with home plate umpire Brian DeBrouwer, and I guess Nate Yeski, the pitching coach for LSU, just keeping the mood light there with his star left-hander.
And they have enormous faith in him. Obviously, he's earned that trust of Yeski and Jay Johnson. Now a full 4-pitch pitcher. Question for Anderson after the freshman year: how fast can we accelerate his body coming off of Tommy John surgery? And he is a gym rat. He worked his butt off, and now here he is with 2 on and 2 out in the first of game 1 of the finals. And he lands a strike, Blagan Pato. Pato's out of Longwood. According to the staff, you watch him play over the course of the season, as many tools as anyone on our team. Had a couple of big home runs against Auburn when they went on the road to sweep the Supers. Great change up there, and it's 0-2.
Backdoor slider, change up that ran away. We got pitches working opposite directions, and a nice start to this sequence here from Kade Anderson.
Another change up. He got him swinging, and they will strand a couple. Again, they get the moral victory. He throws 25 pitches, but he wins the war. Nobody comes in. Bottom 1 coming up.
What do you like about the Tigers?
Not a whole lot.
26 in a row. The teal is for real.
This isn't something that caught us by surprise. We knew we were meant to be here, ready to go out there and compete and bring home number 8.
LSU is on to the finals.
You want to beat 'em up? Do you have what it takes? What it takes?
Well, this is the biggest spot in college baseball. The greatest show on dirt, downtown Omaha. 75th year it has been in the great, great city of Omaha that opens its arms to everybody that comes to visit. As we take a look at the LSU batting order, it's brought to you by Capital One, which they really focus 1 through 9 if you want.
It's no doubt they got depth in this lineup, but Jake Brown has been a star for them, a big 2 RBI base hit in the Arkansas game, 4 for 6 so far in the College World Series for the sophomore right fielder.
KP, Jacob Morrison is a 12-win guy who is probably the best starter, and yet they went with Cameron Flukie. How do you explain it?
It's very high-end stuff when you look at Cam Flukie. I mean, it's an average fastball this year of about 95. He'll show you 96, 97. First time through the order, very fastball heavy. 2 different breakables and a good changeup to lefties.
And the first pitch is fouled off by Derek Curiel, 97 miles an hour. The pitching coach is Matt Williams. He says his zone percentage, meaning the pitches he throws within the strike zone, is above 60%, and as fastballs go, right around 75%. He will try to live up in the zone. The 0-1 right there. 0-2 at the knees. Another one at 96. We talked about giving Morrison another day. He's coming off Tommy John in spite of the phenomenal season he's had. Very comfortable with Cam Flukie on the mound. Ahead of Curiel, 0-2. They had a batting cage in their yard, and that guy right there, Dad, threw balls hours and hours every night to Curiel to form what is one of the more pure swings, and a hard guy generally to strike out.
No, that's it.
And that's a good take. You can see he does a motion with his hand after each pitch, kind of letting himself and his bench know what that pitch was.
Yeah, kind of a modern trend in the college game where they like to communicate to the on-deck hitter and kind of walk them through their sequence. Also shows that you're really recognizing the spin of each and every pitch.
Ravi, all those days with the batting cage and Dad, Curiel said my favorite part was that we would get noise ordinance from the police. They'd come and leave notices on my door. Dad kept them all.
He's got a whole book of noise ordinances, doesn't he? 2 balls and 2 strikes. Curiel will be ready in the left side. He's a Stephen Kwan type hitter. He'll go the other way. And just missed on the inside with a little extra velo at 98.
This has been Curiel all the way through this tournament, 0-2 to 3-2, to where he's patient, takes pitches that are just off the plate, and this was a fastball just off the plate, but he's worked the count back to 3-2. In
spite of Bodine's best effort to steal him a strike. He missed, and what a good at bat by Curiel, who will go down to first base.
We're talking about the stuff of Cam Flukie. Fastball we've seen already up to 98 today, but he's averaged 95, 2 different breakables. A real curveball, cutter behind it. You can see how LSU has struggled against the velocity so far in this tournament. And believe me, they see plenty of it during the course of the year, but they're going to see plenty of it today. For Flukie, has been outstanding against right-handed hitters all the way through, but a leadoff walk to Curiel to start this one.
To bring up Ethan Fry, he's the DH, hitting 229 in the tournament, but 331 regular season, and Flukie falls behind. Fry's opportunity to play for his home state team was not looking great. Not too long ago, he suffered a shoulder injury at the end of the 24 season that required surgery, but Jay Johnson said he's the man. He's handled everything, success, failure, injury, as well as you possibly can. And he's got talent. When you get that kind of maturity, he says, with that kind of talent, he wouldn't call it a breakthrough because he's always had a huge opinion of it. And Mr. Baseball in Louisiana in 2022. Won back-to-back state championships and now trying to win a college championship.
No.
He gets away from Bodine, falling behind 2-0 to Fry.
Both pitchers a little nervy here early. I wouldn't say either one of them has settled in from a command standpoint. Now, Kade Anderson did do a nice job of getting him off the field, but Flukie clearly not quite under control here early on.
3 on the left side of the infield. The right side is wide open. 2-0, 2-1. Right, KP, when you can fall back on that pitch, that's a good fallback for him.
Yeah, I mean, life is good if you're falling back on 97. That generally makes you feel a little bit better about yourself.
651 slugging percentage for Fry out of the 2-hole, and this one a chopper to the shortstop. Dooley, he will only go to first. And the runner will move down to second. Creel. One of those topspin choppers that bit into the dirt before it took off for the infield.
You see Dooley there talking to Barthel. Do you think I had him? What do you think? He went with the safe play and just made sure they got an out. Curiel runs so good, makes the Chanticleer shortstop think twice about trying to get the lead out there, and it's a productive out by Ethan Fry as he moves the runner into scoring position.
He also got him the ear of Jake Brown to tell him what he saw from his pitcher Fluky as Stephen Milam will bat. Killing it in the tournament, a .387 average. Switch hitter with a homer and 4 doubles, 12 RBI to lead the team. Like Coastal, a runner in scoring position in the first. I'm out. There are those numbers. You look at Fluky's 8-1 record with that .329. While Anderson has 170 strikeouts, Fluky sits there with 109 on the season, but only 22 walks. So far, that's the pitch he can count on. The fastball to go to 1 ball, 1 strike. Hasn't yet got a feel for the secondary.
That velocity's ticked up a little bit, too. I mean, he averaged right at 95 this year on the fastball. So far in this first inning, he's been 97, 98.
1-1. Another one right there. Gage Wood threw his no-hitter for Arkansas with 19 strikeouts. The story was PitchCom just kept telling him fastball down the middle. Fastball middle. Down the middle.
Just put it on repeat.
1-2. There it is. That's line back up the middle. Curiel will hit third. He'll be waved. Sykes' throw is cut off, and it's the Tigers 1. Coastal nothing on an RBI from Milam, his 13th of this postseason.
Mr. Clutch, Stephen Milam continues to raise his game in the biggest of moments. They go fastball middle again, and Milam makes them pay. Such a short, sudden move. Watch how quick this barrel gets from A to B to the front of the zone. A rocket back up the box. Stephen Milam continues to drive in big runs for the Tigers.
That was one too many fastball middles. Yep. That one caught a whole lot of the plate, the spot that Milam could do damage, and he's got the Tigers on the board.
Milam with the RBI. He carried LSU against West Virginia in the Supers. Does it again here. Breaking pitch in there for strike 1 to Jake Brown. Just a couple of steals for Milam not going, and another one that's in there on a swinging strike. So he's found the breaking pitch in this plate appearance.
He calls that a cutter. It's a slider. Yeah. But sometimes mentally guys will think one thing. The one thing that Fluky can do with that pitch when he wants to is can add depth, and he'll do it when he gets in plus counts. He did it right there.
Then 1-2. We talked about LSU after their 8th World Series title on playing in front of big crowds. Brown said, I'd say nobody dreams about playing in an empty ballpark. When you're a kid, you swing in the backyard. When you're doing all this stuff, you dream about playing in the biggest spotlight. That's what LSU is. 1-2. He's gone. A nice, tight slider there. He picks up strikeout number 1. And here comes a loud roar for Jared Jones, the hero in the most wild game the other night against Arkansas to send them home. He is 6'4", 280 pounds. Saw him draw in the dirt. Says a Hail Mary before walking up to the plate. And he looks at one right there for strike 1. He's probably the one guy that the wind may not knock a ball down. He hit a 452-foot homer against Tennessee.
Yeah.
Really good pitch.
I mean, where it could play in with Jones is he likes to hit the ball to right center field. And it is not going to be easy for anyone to hit it out to right center field today with that wind.
You can see it is howling at different times. Could gust up to 30 to 35, currently around 20. He lands another one, and after the initial walk, he was able to pick up a punch out of Brown and Jones. But Stephen Milam delivers to give the Tigers a 1-0 lead.
Monster. He's a monster in the postseason. It's an RBI single for Milam, a couple strikeouts to end it for Cam Flukie, but the Tigers strike first. It's 1-0 LSU.
All right, so LSU draws first blood. Let's go back over that play on the ground ball to short.
Yeah, to me, the ball Fry hit to Dooley at shortstop could have been a force out at second. You watch here, Barthel gets there. When Dooley catches the ball, I don't know, guys, 10, 15 feet, like he's just starting. If he flips that quickly, I think they get the out at second base. Dooley takes the out at first, and watch him at the end of it. Kind of looking at Barthel like, you think I did the right thing? And yeah, they're talking about it. What do you think? And then at the end of the day, it ends up leading to an LSU run after a base hit by Milam.
Now, on the heels of that play a couple of nights ago when Vahiva Aloy had a ground ball hit to him, had a double play, ended up going to third base. Small things can lead to big results. There's a jam shot on a slow roller. Dickinson fires, and he gets Colby Thorndike. Unfamiliar position for Coastal to find themselves behind. They've generally played ahead. In fact, first time trailing after any inning in the Men's College World Series. And they come in, obviously, on that winning streak, the longest winning streak by any team entering the College World Series. And they've only added to it. Shaking his head on a tough pitch inside. Now Dean Mijos. Inside. KP, that's funny. The definition of a pitch that a guy's throwing at any level, especially the major league level, you call it one thing, a pitcher will tell you it's a completely different pitch than what you guys are saying, or what some of the computer technology will be telling you it is.
It's just a mindset. If you're a pitching coach, you don't really care when if it looks good. You can call it whatever you want. I don't care. Just keep throwing.
This one popped up. Let's see how the wind affects it. And Jones made it look pretty easy, and they're 2 down.
25 pitches in the first inning, and now 5 in this inning to get 2 quick outs. So Anderson a little bit more efficient so far here in the second.
And not unsurprising, how many college games, major league games, have you seen the first inning?
Oh, yeah.
A little bumpy, and then all of a sudden the waters get smoother. Ty Dooley. No. A little above the letters, ball 1. Good production out of the bottom of the order for Dooley, the shortstop. 6 home runs, 37 RBIs, pretty good speed. And then you get to Sykes, who's a real speedster at the bottom. Still in. 3 balls, no strikes. Right at the letters, 3-1. All good. Thank you, bro. Foul ball. Dooley's got one of the great facial looks there. He's got the mustache and the beard. He said his dad has a mustache, but a much better beard. He says in the mustache competition, I'm killing him. No. But then he said, Dad doesn't even know we're having a competition. He's not aware of it. So he will take the walk on the inside pitch. He said he's had facial hair since high school, and the stash just popped last year.
Yeah, I'd say he's winning that category. I'd say he'd win most of those competitions.
You ever watch Tombstone?
Oh, yeah.
Johnny Ringo's.
Very good call.
All the time.
Very good call, yep.
Third walk of the game for Anderson. And here's Wells Sykes.
For Anderson this year, that ties a season high. The most he's walked in a game this year is 3. He's done it a few different times, but now he's walked 3 in the first 2 innings.
A couple of doubles in the tournament for Sykes.
Yeah, the freeze war right now is not being won by Kade Anderson. Now, all that matters from his perspective, he just wants to keep posting zeros, but certainly free passes were not a part of the game plan. You don't want to be allowing this offense to get going. I don't care even if it is with 2 outs and nobody on. This team has just been so opportunistic.
Well, he's rested. Jay Johnson said before the game we could get to 125, 130 pitches. Wait on 94 to go 1 ball, 1 strike. KP, like you said, 5 pitches to get 2 outs after throwing 25 in the first inning, and now it's starting to add up again here in the second. Sykes out of play. Transfer from the Citadel. Like so many of the Coastal players, just grinders. Pretty selfless. Take a look at Kade Anderson's mom. Dad generally in the background pacing somewhere not seen. He'll like that one though as he chased way out of the zone. And Anderson ends the first 2 innings with strikeouts.
Two-out walked and just take care of it yourself. Grab the 4-seamer, let it fly. Well, Sykes can't hold up. A couple of strikeouts to start for Kade Anderson in 2 scoreless innings.
The NCAA Men's College World Series is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? So there is some history here between Coastal, Jay Johnson, and LSU. In 16, Coastal won the championship. They took 2 in Baton Rouge, so they beat LSU there. Then they come here and win the final against Jay Johnson. So an opportunity for revenge for Johnson and LSU in one fell swoop. That's it. Or Coastal can take care of it in one swing by knocking Johnson and the Tigers off. It's 1-0. We go to the bottom of the second inning. And it'll be Luis Hernandez, Chris Stanfield, and Daniel Dickinson for LSU. On the ground is short. Dooley. One down. .51 wins for the LSU Tigers, and this has been the dominant program. The last 40 years, they've been in the College World Series half the time, 20 times.
Yeah, nobody's been more since the year they went the first time in 1986. They have the most trips here at Omaha, the most titles as well.
Skip Bertman in the 80s and 90s. Of course, the title that he won, and then all the way up to where we are now with Johnson in 23 with a whole bunch in between. Yep. 0-2. Paul Maneri got a title in 09. Right on the corner, that's Payne. Third strikeout. Last 4 hitters for Flukie.
Starting to feel a little more comfortable out there now. Strikeout to end the last inning. Get the ground ball and a fastball to Hernandez, and come back and just stand Stanfield straight up. 2-strike fastball, a 97 down around the knees. 2 quick outs here in the second inning for Cam Flukie.
Starting to get that K-strut going too there a little bit, boys. A la Paul Skeens there, kind of put that move around the mound.
Now Daniel Dickinson. Yep, pours another one right there at 97 miles an hour. And the difference, KP, the location, these are down as opposed to being up.
Yeah, the pitch to Milam was pretty center cut, and he had just seen a few fastballs before, timed it up.
That one is hung a little bit to left, and it's going to get down in front of Alexander. It certainly didn't look like he got a good read on it, and again, the sun may have played a role.
Yeah, I don't think he saw this ball playing deep with 2 outs and a hanging breaking ball that Dickinson rips into left. And I just don't think Alexander sees this ball off the bat. You can see him put his glove up right away, and at that point he did the wise thing as he is just staring at the glare of the sun. And with 2 outs especially, put the brakes on and play it on a high.
Looking for a little 2-out magic. Michael Braswell getting the support of the LSU crowd. Braswell has been struggling at the plate. And the LSU fan base looking to rally him. The corner for strike 1.
The other day, Braswell was getting on the bus, and he got emotional finding another fan that was wearing his jersey. He autographed it, and he said, listen, I know I'm not the team favorite, that I've had my struggles. So to see someone there wearing my jersey, and the fans all got together on Twitter and said, we're going to give this guy some love tonight.
Yeah, that's great. Almost Trey Turner with the Philadelphia Phillies turned his season around a couple years ago.
He got a standing O when he was walking up. This is a 9-hole.
That's awesome.
He was primarily in there because of his glove, and he's shown you why already today, but they're still on their feet.
And he sends one to right. This one's to the corner. Pato is over there and makes the play. It's the way it's gone for that kid right there. 0 for 10 in Omaha. 1 for 22 in the tournament. Jay Johnson coming up with a big smile on his face. Chris Budden when we come back.
I'ma let you know right now. Come on, come on, come on, yeah. Can you believe it? I'ma let
Welcome back to the NCAA Men's College World Series presented by Capital One. Joined now with LSU head coach Jay Johnson. Let's start first with Kade Anderson. Allowed some early walks. What have you seen from him early today?
I think he's pumped up, and I love that. He's a strike thrower, so he'll rein it in a little bit, get better as he goes.
We saw Nate Yeski go out there. What's the conversation to kind of maybe ease him into this?
Yeah, I think that was more of who we wanted to pitch to, where we were at the open base, and get him settled in and reset for the next pitch.
You gave him some early run support. Next time through the order, what approach do you guys want against Fluky as he starts to settle in?
Yeah, he's pretty good. You got to push him down with the fastball, elevate the breaking ball. You got to try to see it early because it gets on you pretty quick.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Guys?
They left Arizona after they were here and lost and took the job at LSU, and all he's done is carry on the tradition and again elevate or continue the expectations at the height that they are in Baton Rouge. As we start the third, and Caden Bodine back to the top, fouls one off. What do you guys think about how Jay Johnson has adapted to the job, adapted to it?
I think he's been incredible. I think it starts for Jay Johnson when you're around him. His desire for player acquisition is at the top of the sport. Like, he is as active in both the high school and the portal recruiting as any head coach certainly in America. And then he can win with different types of teams. I mean, this is a much different team and a much different roster than he had in 2023. Yet here they are 2 wins away from winning a national championship. And so I just think he's as hard-working and as smart as any coach in the sport.
Trying to win 2 in 3 years. You saw that South Carolina 10 and 11. 2 different ballparks. That was the Jackie Bradley team, who of course is working with us and part of the pregame and postgame shows. Anderson on a 1-2. No, that's out. Just missed outside. 2 and 2. You know, Berkey mentioned the recruiting obsession that Johnson has as we take one more look at this pitch that was off.
Usually when Brian DeBrouwer says it's off, he's usually right. Nope. That one was right there in that gray zone.
But that's where Schnall and Johnson got to know each other about 15 years ago when Johnson was in San Diego. Way inside, he drilled Bodine. And frustration from Anderson as he just lost him. 3 walks and a hit batter.
And this wasn't really standing your ground here, KP. This one he was unavoidable. I mean, he hit the middle of his body.
There is nowhere to go on this. I mean, he just missed with the fastball 1-2, and then this one you can see they're trying to go away right there too. And that one he just he tugged a full 1.5 to 2 feet off of where he was trying to throw it. First time the Coastal has had the leadoff man on today.
And that is a record that they add to 177 times that they've been hit by a pitch. KP talked about it in the pregame show. They work on it. Schnall was a catcher at Coastal. He got dinged a lot. Again, son of a football coach. He wasn't going to get out of the way of any pitch inside. And they certainly encourage you not to move. This one goes into right field off the bat of Alexander. And first and second as he took a slow slider and went the other way.
That's a pretty piece of hitting. I was curious whether to see if they would go drag bunt right there. They love to drag bunt with a leadoff runner, but Alexander sits on a breaking ball, shoots it to the backside, and Coastal's got it going here in the third.
The drag bunt is absolutely a part of their game. They rarely would call it a sacrifice bunt. They're often just bunting to see if they can get a hit. You'll also see the runner at second base, first base, take one of those fake leads and then go and then stop to see if the defense will move. Barthol will square, will lay one down. They have a play at third. Alexander. Anderson gets him right there. What a job by Kade Anderson.
Well, Jay Johnson talked about his pitcher needs to take care of the baseball, and they worked a lot on defending the inside game yesterday at practice. You love to see a pitcher get the catcher running. The ball takes you to third base. The third base line is yours. Brazel does a nice job there of playing first base over there at third. And the poise and the precision by Kade Anderson to field his position and get the lead runner, that is a huge play in this game.
Good presence of mind, too, by Brazel. He took one step in and then realized the left-hander was going to get there, retreated automatically to third base to get that lead runner.
Early circle play in the third inning. Now Walker Mitchell walked his first time up, and that pitch lands in there for strike one.
That's how you teach a bunt with first and second, nobody up, right down the third base line. But a left-handed pitcher who can really field his position can really take that play away from an offense.
Falling off to that side as well of the rubber on the 0-1. Walker behind 0-2. Now I wonder, do you try to push that towards first?
Well, the first baseman can really cheat there since there's a runner on first and second. So usually you try to make the third baseman field it. Rarely do you get an athlete as good as Anderson on the mound.
0-2 to Mitchell. That's in there, strike three, right at the top of the zone. And once again, Kade Anderson into the bend but don't break mode.
Once you give him the out, and they did, and he gets the lead runner. Now Anderson dials it up a little bit right here. This is probably his best sequence of the game. Break him all to get it to 2 strikes and just grab a four-seamer and throw it straight upper part of the zone, but definitely a strike. Now a strikeout in each of the first 3 innings for Kade Anderson.
Here's the sophomore, Blagan Pato, the right fielder. Strike one. Alexander going to third. They will throw down. He dives in, and then he lost the bag, and he is out. He had the base stolen, and then went into a try to get out of the way, and he was dead at third.
Well, he certainly had it stolen, and you know the old rule, never make the third out at third, but he has this base stolen. The slide just so aggressive. See there, he gets a fantastic jump. The base is stolen easy, and he's just got so much energy that he goes right through the base. A bad break for the Chanticleers, and the Tigers get off the field. One of the things to watch for in this ball game with the hot and windy conditions is how fast this surface is going to play. And I don't think Sebastian Alexander slid too late. I just think this surface is so fast right now. You can see he did everything in his power with his left hand to grab that base and still couldn't hold it. Looking back, guys, I think the only thing he could have done was slide feet first. Slide feet first, you know you're going to grab the bag, but he probably thought he needed to get outside to beat the tag.
No doubt, and he tried for sure to grab it with that left paw. Now back to the top, Curiel walked his first time up after falling behind, and he's behind again, 0-1. You know what, the decision to start Braswell at third base for his defense, he's been involved in a couple of plays here early, 3 of them. Made them all. Inside. Nearly identical to his first plate appearance, where he took a pitch just like that to start to work his way back into the count. And eventually end up with a walk.
He has had multiple 6-7 pitch at bats in this College World Series. Curiel, who had been pushed down in the lineup, bumped back up to that leadoff spot. He has definitely looked apart over the past couple weeks.
Upcam on a 2-2. On the ground, a short hopped. Strong throw by Dooley to get Curiel.
Well, that was pretty. Ty Dooley has been playing a sweet shortstop all College World Series. How about the confidence to run right through it, pick it, and rip it across the diamond? That is a shortstop playing with a lot of confidence, and really the wise thing to do, with, as we talked about how fiery this infield is, you want to minimize the hops. Come get every ball you can, because you get stuck on your heels here and that ball might play you.
Berkey, a little offensive meeting going on here between Jay Johnson, Ethan Fry, and Milo.
I think you want Floki to stand in 98 degree heat right now. This is potentially, there's some discussion about it, but I think more than anything, just slow it down and make him stand out there for a minute.
Upper left, 97 feels like 99, and that wind has died a little bit, but it's going to be consistent in its gusts all night long. In a day game tomorrow where it's supposed to be equally as hot, if not a little warmer. Strike 1-5. Think about the challenge for guys like Alexander and Sykes in the outfield, on the other side, Curiel and Stanfield. Not only are you dealing with the sun staring you in the face, but there is a wind that is howling from right to left.
Yeah, outfield play is always so critical here at the College World Series, but especially this time of day with the sun and the wind really presenting problems.
Big swing from Fry. You can hear in our microphones the wind blowing in from the outfield and now dead across from right to left. A late shift, and this one popped up. The wind's got it. Bodine is over there. Watch it. Yeah, he made the play. Wow. He slipped what looked like on the circle where the batter would stand in the on-deck area. What a play by Bodine.
This is some kind of concentration now, because watch that spike. Ooh, right on where the on-deck hitter would stand, and then wheels come out from under him. The head stays quiet, glove gets up. Bodine able to make the play.
And Caden Bodine looked twice, guys. He looked twice and still slipped and still made the play. That you called it, KP, the concentration to finish that one off, knowing all the different factors, including the fence there that he's dealing with. That was one heck of a play.
He's worked so hard to become a Buster Posey Award finalist and one of the best catchers in the entire country. Projections.
On the Gold Glove.
Exactly right.
Came out earlier this week.
And should have. Tyler McDaniel projects him somewhere in the top 20 this upcoming draft.
Watch how he catches the breaking ball, too. The great catchers, the glove doesn't move with the ball. They set it where it's going to end up and just wait. And then it ends up right there. He so many little things he does behind home plate to help his pitchers out.
Milam hit a fastball right back up the middle. He goes breaking pitch, and Milam lifts one deep to right field. Pano bangs into the wall. It goes off the wall. And he is into second with a double. Stephen Milam has hit a fastball and now a slider for a double. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, rocket on a fastball last at bat. This time they stick primarily with the breaking ball, and this one's just hovering in the middle of the plate. This is a home run any other day. The one thing you see here is when the wind's blowing across, if you hit it at the scoreboard, sometimes the wind doesn't affect it as much, and that ball carried pretty good as Pato gets there and just can't finish it off. It's like he hit the fence a click before the ball arrived, which it didn't allow him to finish off that play, but a 2-out double. The Tigers have another runner in scoring position.
Yeah, I bet if you go back, you tell me, Berkey, did his glove hit the yellow padding and prevent it from going up to get the ball?
I think his back hit the fence before he got to the highest point, and then ultimately it kind of stopped that glove from going up. But yeah, you can see it.
I would have liked to see him maybe go off 1 foot there.
Before the wall.
Yeah, before he got to the wall. I think that ball might have surprised him, how long it stayed in there. I mean, that ball was cutting the wind. But again, I really believe that when you hit it right at that scoreboard, the wind does not affect it nearly as much as it would in the gap.
Yeah, it's a huge scoreboard out there in right field. It's a good point.
See, like right here, if he goes off 1 foot, I think he catches this. But he kind of waits and ends up jumping off his left foot. And then he's so close to the fence that you're right, it restricts his ability to reach. Well, inches away from making that play. That was inches away from being a homer.
Yeah, inches away from a lot of things. How Milam's swing is so short and compact right now, even on that breaking ball. I mean, it was not, he wasn't coming out of shoes. It was short to it and had some carry.
All those hours in the batting cage pay off, and here's Jake Brown with first base open, right on left. That one gets by, and that's an easy advance by Milam. And that's a rare miscue for Bodine.
Not going to see that happen very much. I don't think he's not even really trying to frame this up either. He just missed it. It was a cutter that I think went further than Bodine thought it was going to. Just kept cutting and underneath the hands of Brown. Goes all the way to backstop. Milam's 90 feet away.
Pass ball. No. 2-0, and the dangerous and red-hot Jared Jones on deck. 48 runs batted in on the season for Brown. There's a whole host of pro prospects. This may be the top one on LSU. Good pitch down and away for a strike.
In a game where it feels like every run is going to matter so much, this is just one of those at-bats with a couple bases open where you're behind in the count. I know Jared Jones is on a heater on deck, but lefties definitely see the ball better off fluky than righties throughout the year.
2-1, he's squared, and Milam retreats to third.
How about that?
With 2 outs.
Now 3-1.
Swings at it on a play.
He's going right after him, KP. No fools there.
That's a 3-1 center cut fastball right there.
Third inning, it's 1-0. Runner at third base on a 3-2. Look out. Swung at ball 4. Now, before every pitch, Sebastian Alexander puts that glove up in front of his eyes to try to see where the ball is going. Right at the letters, and Fluky finds it when he needs it. His 4th strikeout. They'll strand Milam at third.
A 2-out double. Stephen Milam is stranded because of this. 4 strikeouts in a day for Fluky. That one on a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. When we come back, head coach Kevin Stahl joined Chris Button.
Welcome back to the Men's College World Series. Joined now with Coastal Carolina head coach Kevin Schnall. Saw Fluky get out of the jam with the strikeout after the meeting. What did you guys want to let him know?
I just wanted to set him down. It was a 0-2 pitch that ultimately left up, a ball that possibly we should be able to catch. Got to give them credit though. They the first inning went 0-2 to 3-2. He drew a walk and then a 2-strike hit to put them up 1-0. We got to score to win anyway.
Speaking of scoring, you've been able to get the pitch count elevated for Kade Anderson, get some base runners. What do you need to bring them home?
Well, hit with runners in scoring position. We've had 3 opportunities right now, runners in scoring position to hit, and we haven't yet. We put down a solid bunt. To Cade's credit, he made a really good play.
Between the shadows and the wind, how have we seen the conditions play a factor today so far?
I don't think they have so far. I mean, everybody's, and nobody's talking much about it. Ultimately, they got to play in the same, temperatures and shadows and wind as we do.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Guys.
All right, KB, thanks. We're back with Plato, the right fielder, Pato, I should say, who had one go over his head, but it didn't hurt. That one is a fair ball down the line. He will head to second and get there standing up. That has to feel good for the right fielder, who is now at second with a leadoff double. That's his 6th of the season.
A changeup, but elevated. This pitch is down. It's really hard to do something with. But watch location when it comes in. Elevated. Spot that Pato can get to. Right over the top of the base. Braswell can't get there. And Blake and Pato, who has legit power in this Coastal team. Anytime you can see those eyes light up, you get an elevated changeup, you get a chance to do something with it. Now back-to-back innings that Coastal has a leadoff man on.
Here's Thorndike, who's got 1 sacrifice this season. And not looking to do it there as he fouls one back. How good has Anderson been with the lead? LSU is 15-0. And Anderson starts when holding a lead at any point.
Feels significant.
Yes. 15-0. Yep. That's not a small sample size anymore. We've moved past that.
But a leadoff double is a good way to level this score out. Let's see how Coastal, who's so good at cashing in, let's see how they play this one here.
He chased one in the dirt. Hernandez will throw down the first. So far, it's been the story for Anderson, this ability to kind of get on the rope and then walk off it.
Yeah, and Coastal decides to let the left-handed hitting Thorndike swing the bat, and he comes up empty in a chance where you're really trying to move the ball to the right side of the field. And an unproductive out right there leaves the runner at second base.
For Pato down there at second, that was his first extra base hit in the College World Series. And here is Steen Mijos. He came back to the DH role in a series against Arizona here after missing 20 games with a broken wrist. Strike 1.
That curveball today has been really important for Anderson. And generally, he will throw the slider more than the curveball. It's been the opposite today. He's had the feel of that one a little bit better than the slider.
Oof. Good catch that time by Hernandez. It was sailing away.
He looked like he caught that one behind him. This ball's like above his helmet by the time he makes the play. Almost took it with him.
Mijos was off to a really good start. His numbers were terrific. And then he missed those games after he got hit in the hand against James Madison. The outfield in center and right very shallow.
Yeah, they're definitely playing the wind based on what part of the field you're playing. Center field and right much more shallow than Curiel out there and left.
He got Mijos there. That's a nasty slider. Strikeout number 5.
All right, so Kade Anderson so far, the fastball control has been iffy. And usually that's one thing that is a positive for Anderson. But The ability to control this pitch has been outstanding, and I think it's been the difference maker so far. More curveballs and sliders. He's stolen strikes with it. He's finished guys off with it. And he has flashed a really good one of these. That's a changeup down out of the zone. After the leadoff double, now back-to-back strikeouts for Anderson.
That did dive right out of the zone. Can Dooley come up with the big hit? Strike one on the corner. That lands as well. And it's 0-2. Kade Anderson ended the first with a strikeout, the second with a strikeout, and the third with a strikeout. And now the fourth. A half a dozen strikeouts through 4 innings for the guy that posted 170 during the regular season.
He's dialing it up when he needs to so far today, and consistency hasn't been there the entire time, but consistency with the breaking ball has. Back-to-back-to-back strikeouts, 6 in the game for the left-hander.
Sunday Night Baseball, Philadelphia. The series finale between the Mets and the Phillies. 7 Eastern time on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, ESPN Radio. We'll start at 6 Eastern baseball tonight. Sunday night countdown playing right now. Mets and Phillies separated by a game, with the Philadelphia Phillies sitting there 46-30. The Mets 46-31. It's a 4-3 game. Saw a good shot of 2 of our very close friends that opened up their house to many of the folks working with ESPN. That was Karen and Paulie Griego. Of course, Paulie's was a famous site for the World Series when it was back at Rosenblatt. They represent the entire community, though, in Omaha. When you walk the streets, you go out to different restaurants in this area, man, they are welcoming. They open their arms. The whole Midwestern thing is very real in this town, and I haven't met a community as proud of the event that they host. It's amazing. You watch the Ryan McGee piece and the decision to take a chance and bring the World Series to Omaha and how that's paid off.
75 years ago, first College World Series, the total attendance of the College World Series for the entirety of it, 17,000. It's grown a little bit since then.
A little bit. We got a full house tonight, bottom of the 4th, and that is a strike. Cameron Flukie and Kade Anderson have got into what we thought would be a pitcher's duel. And that's exactly what we have here. Jared Jones, light tower power behind 0-1. No! Swing! He went. Jeff Head hearing it from the LSU faithful.
I'd say that barrel went past the point.
There's a little Pete Alonso in this swing with his lunge. Away. We'll see Alonso tomorrow night in that Mets-Phillies game. On the corner. And Flukie's got the strikeout strut going right now as he picks up number 5.
I'd say he's feeling okay today, Christopher.
I don't think Jared Jones is seeing it real well, KP. That is a paint piece on the edge at 98, and Jared Jones is locked up for his second straight at bat as Cam Flukie has got a big boy K-strut going on right now. Both of these talented pitchers have really settled into this ball game.
Remember, Jones earlier had gone 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts, and all of a sudden he found it.
No, that's up.
Ball 1 to Luis Hernandez, who grounded out to the shortstop on a good play by Ty Dooley, his first time up. Ton of room in left center right now.
Away.
That's outside. As Wells Sykes is shaded over towards right. You can see it there. This is a big ballpark. I'd say lowered the seams on the baseball. The ball started to carry a little bit, but for years, home runs were hard to find. And this year, the power numbers are way down relative to what we've seen the last couple of years.
Long ball not quite as prevalent as we had 23 and 24. But going back to Jared Jones, when LSU needed one.
Oh yeah.
Last game against Arkansas, he was able to ride it out of here to right center field. And the value of having a true slugger, when it's hard to hit the ball out of the yard, it's nice to have a guy who can cut the wind and get it out of here.
Off the glove of Bodine on an off-speed pitch.
Jay Johnson said a few days ago in a meeting, he can strike out every single at bat, and he is going to be in the lineup. Because when it works, and it's worked a few important times during this College World Series, got a chance to impact a lot of things offensively.
Well, he's huge. I mean, he's 6'4", 280. Johnson said he's one of the strongest human beings I've ever seen in a baseball setting, and it's always been that way.
Well, and his teammates rave about his attitude, like how quickly he bounces back and how encouraging he is to the rest of them, even if he's having his own struggles.
2-2 on a line. That's a one-hopper, and it get underneath of the glove of Thorndike. Right in between, catching it on the line and trying to short hop it, and it's pushed under his glove.
And I thought, to me, if you're Barthel, you have two choices here. You either body it up or you back up and catch it on the long hop, and he kind of does neither, guys, and he just kind of gets stuck. Watch, he semi-drop steps, but he really doesn't back up enough to give himself any time, and you have the catcher running right there. If you want to body that ball up, yeah, you body it up, you knock it down, you pick it up, and you throw him out at first base.
Yeah, you play that like a first base. Just knock it down. You got plenty of time.
And Barthel has been so good. I call him Thorndike. It's Barthel who's been so reliable at second base for him. Well, again, the little things and opportunities, and now one presents itself again for the Tigers. A little activity in the Coastal bullpen.
There's some bodies moving around out there.
On cue, it's almost as if they were just told to sit back down.
They just wanted to get on TV. Yep. All right, we can go sit.
Also away. Those pitches not going away. A fluky right now. Last couple were borderline. It goes 2-1 to Stanfield. Programs have different philosophies as well on the portal. LSU will go in there and make sure they take advantage of it. Coastal, for the most part, homegrown, as this one's popped up to Sykes in center. Ballpark going to look a little different the next coming years with the outfield there in left field. Maybe another scoreboard or video.
That's what it sounds like.
Keep hearing that.
Okay.
Chris Burke, honorary scoreboard, going out left center field next year.
Two outs for Dickinson with Hernandez off first. Strike one. Dickinson is in an 0-2 hole. Warming up, you think, because we're not going to go third time through the order, or just kind of get loose?
I'm not doing anything on the mound if I'm either one of them right now. I think fluky stuff looks outstanding.
I think that might have just been kind of a mid-inning routine to keep the bodies loose.
Yeah, he's gone, and another one for Fluky. Two more strikeouts. His total goes to 6. He's got 6. Anderson also 6. 12 punchies through 4.
Welcome back to Omaha. Jay Johnson's so good at player acquisition, but it was pretty easy to grab Kade Anderson. A Louisiana kid, grew up wanting to wear this jersey, was verbally committed when Johnson got the job. And an old coaching buddy of Jay's called him and said, hey, my boy plays with Kade Anderson. You got to get him on the phone immediately. So Jay did. He said, I had heard of him, but in the first 30 seconds of talking to Kade Anderson, I knew he was different. Just a little insight as to how different is he. When I was talking to him yesterday, I said, hey, which one of the guys on your team gets the most contact out of you in fall? He said, Curiel. He lined out to second, and I'm still not over it. Lined out to second.
In the fall. Still not over it. Can't let it go.
Not yet, I guess.
No, you're right. He said he describes himself as a true Tiger. Only place I ever wanted to go. And he's quickly ahead here of the 9-hole hitter Wells Sykes.
Yeah, he had a fantastic performance in the SEC tournament, and after the game, Chris was interviewing him, and he said, this is the big leagues for me. Yeah. That's how much LSU baseball matters to him.
Not that one.
A little high. During the fall, too, Dickinson got a chance to swing against him. He said about Anderson, he's got something that moves in every direction, and if you're looking for one pitch and you don't get it, you're already behind. You got to battle even more from there. Others have said, I had no chance. And there's an example of not having much of a chance. 3-4 now in a row, 7 strikeouts.
Yeah, 5 out of the last 6. And if he finds the fastball, which it looks like he's starting to, that's when it gets really tough for Coastal, because the first time through the order, fastball was a little all over the place for Kade Anderson. Now right there, threw it exactly where he wanted to, arm side down at the knees. Now 4 straight strikeouts swinging.
That ball 1 to Bodine. Marcomento, our statistician up here. Anderson first pitch strikes. First time through 1 for 9. Second time through first pitch strikes 10 for 10. Dad settled down. He may have also bought into the fastball. KP, you got a seat, not pacing.
Okay.
And yes, Bodine did get it. Second time tonight, Caden Bodine's been hit by a pitch. On the 178th hit batter of a Coastal hitter.
And you see him just roll into that, and as he rolls into it, that ball just clips the outside of his thigh. That's about as friendly a HBP as you will ever have. And the record grows as Coastal now continues to stretch out the HBP record for Division I baseball history.
This is their 68th game. They've been hit 178 times.
Yeah, they get hit in 88% of their games. There's been a hit batter. '88. You ever get an 88 on a test? I mean, that's a good score. That's a high number.
I did get a couple 88s, Carl. Yes, thank you.
I was asking KP.
Oh.
Away.
Away to Seabass, Sebastian Alexander.
Well, that's 3 walks and 2 hit by pitches. I think if you'd have told Kevin Schnall before the game that in the top of the 5th you'd already have 5 threes, I think he'd feel pretty good about things. But they just haven't been able to come up with that big hit, and Anderson's got that knack that most great pitchers have, which is he can kind of dial it in when he needs to when traffic gets on.
They've had him in a stretch every inning. And I think if you came in and said, you get to the 5th inning, you got Anderson to stretch every inning. If you're Coastal, you take your chances with that. Just haven't been able to push any across.
3 times runners have advanced to second base. 8 times a base runner's been on. Coastal comes in hitting .291 as a team. They don't hit it very often over the wall. They haven't hit one here over the fence. 66 homers on the season. This one was hit, but it's popped up, and the wind has it. And now Stanfield has it.
Some of these missed opportunities. So the sack bunt, Bodine maybe not the greatest of jumps. He gets thrown out at third. Then Alexander gets caught stealing to end the inning, and then after a leadoff double, Anderson just says, no, this ain't happening today, boys. Strikes out the side, and Coastal has not been able to cash in on some consistent opportunities throughout this ball game.
There's a significant number right there against Louisville. 6 for 11 and 0 for. Much of that has to do with Anderson.
Inside.
Misses inside to Blake Barthol.
hear the commentary from Brian DeBrouwer back behind home plate right before.
I love it.
That was a strike.
That was better. No. 2 balls and a strike to Bartho, who had no real opportunities. He finally went to the Coastal camp, and as he described it, he had the dream couple of days. Everything was squared up. Every ball that hit to him, he made the play. 2-2.
Yeah, for all you parents out there, the school camps are legit opportunities. If you go there and hit an extra base hit in every at bat, you might earn an opportunity to walk onto the team. That's what Bartho did.
It worked for him. And when Schnall walked with him to his folks waiting by the car, they had tears in their eyes. They knew what the outcome was. 2-2. This one to deep left center. Stanfield is at the track, and he's there to make the play. And that time the wind may have helped it, but it kept it in the park. Anderson does it again. The bend but not break has led to a 1-0 game. Flukie and his strikeouts. Back to the bump for Coastal.
Well, you're looking at a guy that's probably going to be a first-rounder next year in Cam Flukie, and Berkey, he's showing us why so far.
Yeah, he's showing us the stuff, and he's showing us the swagger. I mean, there is some real belief. It was the heater that dominated early. Then he's found the breaking ball here late, and he can shape this thing a couple different ways. There's the tighter, sharper one. There's the bigger, loopier one. And he has put it all on full display here, especially as we've gotten into the middle of this ball game.
Braswell up, crowd rooting him on again, looking for that big hit. He hit that ball hard to right field his first time.
I did.
You got Flukie on the mound. There's Morrison and Eichhoff. Combine those 3 starters for Coastal, 27-3. 27-3.
No.
2 balls and no strikes with 282 strikeouts. Braswell's folks, like everyone else, caught up in a chance to win a title. And hoping that last plate appearance might have freed something up for him. 2-1. Sometimes it just takes one swing.
Yeah, just one barrel. He smoked that ball to right field his last time up. Unfortunately for him, he had nothing to show for it, but maybe something to build on here in a hitter's count.
Obviously, you would like to see the offense. He's already had an impact defensively. I mean, he made a few plays in the first. The bunny made the right read, got back there, held the tag on the stolen base. So the main reason that Braswell is in the game, he has made an impact.
LSU can crush a winning streak. Of course, the Chanticleers are on this long winning streak. Longest by any team. The longest previous was 23 by Oregon State in 17. They were beaten twice by LSU. One was hung up there, that he fouled straight back. The year that Coastal won it, guys, you know this, in 16, was really the only year in the last 17 that an SEC team didn't make the finals. Coastal beat Arizona and Jay Johnson that year. Got him. He swung right over the top of it. Strikeout 7 for Flukie.
Jay Johnson, in between meetings, called the hitters over to go over some of the offensive approach. The message was, hey, when you recognize fastball, don't be afraid to take a swing. Just kind of a heartbeat check and recognizing what they need to make and some adjustments at the plate. Certainly now as the shadows have also moved off the infield.
Offensive-minded coach Jay Johnson now given the benefits of the financial wherewithal of LSU. It's a pretty powerful combination for one of the better coaches and more diligent scouts that knows talent in the SEC and in the country.
Well, I think what's interesting, KB asked him in the interview the first time around the plan, which was to push the fastball down. And it feels like LSU has taken a lot of fastballs that actually are down in the zone. So it sounds like that meeting was like, hey guys, we got to be ready for fastballs that are below the belt.
Doug Bowe. It's spelled B. Oh, we're going to go B-E-A-U-X. Under serious consideration right now.
The Bede's going today, too.
Just makes sense.
Bowe Bedes.
And Bowe feeling the heat right now. Seeking shelter. Foul tip or no?
No.
Ryan DeBrouwer did not call that a foul. Yeah, he did not. He called him out on a swing that he missed, and it got away from Bodine. So Curiel is going to be the 8th strikeout victim.
And the catcher will tell you all you need to know, right, KP? He goes running after the ball. Yeah. He knows that ball wasn't tipped. He scrambles after it. Curiel, I think, was trying to sell it, but boy, you'd like to see him as fast as he is try to
just force it.
Try to leg that one out.
And now Fry, 79th pitch.
No. Rings.
I guess the more as interesting part was how Bodine missed the ball.
Great question for a guy that is as elite as he is behind the plate. That's a couple that we've seen squeak past him now.
You will.
That is paint on the corner.
Breaking ball here, and it's I mean, this is at the bottom of the zone. He just comes up too soon and whiffed it. Curiel trying to sell it.
Right here.
I hear you, kid.
Fry sky high. Charging in is Pato, still coming in, and now there to make the play. Very efficient inning for Cam Flukie. We are heading to the 6th, game 1 of the finals. LSU up 1-0.
What is a Chanticleer?
I don't know, to be honest. I think it's a bird. I think it's a rooster.
I believe it's a chicken.
I saw something on TikTok. Bird or chicken or something.
I have no clue.
I think it's a bird, right? Just some type of bird.
Ruled the roost, man, like they did in 2016. Got the whole Chanticleer. What do you got, Brooke?
There you go.
What do you got?
It's funny how they all said they didn't know, and then they all.
I think it's a bird. I'm not sure, but I think it's yep. It is a bird. It's actually. It's a rooster who rules the barnyard with cunning and
rules
wit.
The roost, that's right.
Wit.
Cunning and wit.
Okay.
Thought you got 88 on a test. You didn't exactly ace the Chanticleer question. You kind of deflected.
It's a rooster. They were right. They said it. They said bird. They
One said rooster. Yeah. But it really was proposed to you. But you knew.
Kyle knew. He had the definition over here. He was about to read it.
Kyle went ask you.
I don't like to steal his thunder.
Well, the threats have been more by Coastal as Walker Mitchell looks at a 1-2 and lifts this one high. And let's see, he's covered his eyes out there is Curiel, and now he's under it, finds it, and makes the play. Up there for a while. We're in game 1, Men's College World Series Championship. So the finals will roll on. For more information, go to NCAA.com, the official online home for all 90 NCAA championships. Forecast for tomorrow is sweltering, and we will be here 2:30 Eastern time, 1:30 local time for game 2. And this is a best 2 out of 3, the greatest show on dirt. What should be another outstanding pitching duel tomorrow between two starters that are raring to get on the bump. Morrison and Ianson for LSU. On the corner for strike 1. Feels like Anderson too has picked up his pace. 0-2 setup way outside.
He doesn't waste any time.
Not right now, he's not.
When there is nobody on base, it is get it, and as soon as that hitter engages, he is going.
That's why you get a Pato timeout. Oh, let's slow this carousel down here a little bit.
Well, you see a pitcher fall into that kind of rhythm. As a hitter, you got to do whatever you're able to do to slow him down a little.
Pato went fishing on a nasty changeup. Strikeout number 8.
I think this is the one that doesn't get talked about enough with Anderson, is that changeup against right-handers. He's already had a few of them that have swung over the top. I mean, that's That's about a 58-footer right there, but still the movement of it, the arm speed is enough to get Pato all the way out in front.
We talked about the development, KP, of the changeup. Like, it's not an easy thing to learn. It took a while. It almost took almost a year to really get comfortable with it. The more and more he throws it in a big spot like this, you can tell it's another one of those weapons. This ball is hit pretty well to the gap. Going over now is Curiel, and he reaches up and makes a beautiful catch in left field. Coastal's met the bat and the ball a few times. They don't have anything to show for it.
Well, this is one of the reasons you play deep in left field. Try to take away the extra base hit on a night where the ball is carrying a little bit to left. The smooth Tiger left fielder showing off his range and finishing off a tough play.
President Donald Trump will address the nation tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern time regarding the attack on Iran earlier today. ABC News will have live coverage. He has said, quote, "We have completed our very successful attack on 3 nuclear sites in Iran. All planes are now outside of Iran airspace." Again, much more. 10 o'clock Eastern time, ABC News for a live coverage of President Trump's news conference. Bottom of the 6th inning, pitchers duel 1-0. And Milam is up with a single and a double. Shortstop for LSU. His team believes he's the best shortstop in the country.
Inside.
That's inside. 2 balls and no strikes. He's obviously not as big as a guy like Vahiva Aloy, who just won the Golden Spikes Award before the game. He plays with a chip on his shoulder out of Las Cruces, New Mexico. A big Alex Bregman fan. Of course, Bregman was a superstar at LSU in his own right.
Outside.
And he's gone to a 3-0 count to lead this inning off.
Well, he's not the biggest or maybe the highest prospect shortstop here, but I had at least one coach tell me, you can have the rest. I'll take Milam.
I'd be pretty happy with that guy running around. Yeah.
The monster, that's his nickname. The monster Milam has now reached all 3 times. A single, a double, and a walk. Middle of the order now up. See what Jake Brown does. He has struck out twice. Leadoff walks tend to tap the pitching coach and the head coach on the shoulder, especially 3rd time through the order. So again, some more activity in the Coastal bullpen. That pitch right down the middle, he held up on it. It's a very good left-handed pitcher, Dominic Carbone.
Yeah, he's clearly warming up with a purpose. LSU leadoff base runner here. Boy, a 2nd run just feels like it would be monstrous, doesn't it? And you're not in the part of the lineup where you're going to do anything inside wise, because you got Brown and Jones, really your best chances of hitting the ball at the ballpark.
Really good pitch there to the landed, a slider on the inside corner. This ball is hooked down the line in right field. Coming in is Pato, and he's there to make the play. Now that one got hung up there like a balloon.
Yeah, I think he caught it a little bit towards the label as well. But Jared Jones coming up to bat now, and they need Jared Jones to get it going. Was fantastic the last 2 games, but today he has not been able to pull the trigger. Struck out on 3 pitches his first AB, didn't swing. You see another uncommitted move, a couple check swings, takes a breaking ball out, and then, guys, he basically hasn't made a full move at a ball yet in 7 pitches. They need their slugger to let it rip here.
They move 3 on the left side of the infield, and he tried to let it rip there, but it's 0-1. About 15 or 20 pounds lighter this year. He said it was on purpose. He felt a little slow last year. He had 28 homers last year. Got 22 this season on the 0-1.
Well, even when it doesn't look great, there's a presence with Jared Jones. The threat of the home run always exists when he's in the batter's box.
That's a tough pitch right there. If you're not locked in, you're watching. It's 1-2. Georgia Tech offered him a scholarship to be an offensive tackle when he was at Walton High in Marietta, Georgia. Quit playing football after his sophomore year. 1-2. Way outside. Football coach wasn't too happy. Kept bothering him, saying, "Yeah, want to play football? So, you sure?"
Yeah, I'm sure that he didn't take that one lightly.
That's the one he can do some damage on too.
He let it get too deep. Like, that's a hanging breaking ball right down Broadway, and he caught it so deep that he hit it sideways. That's one, especially with that wind whipping across the field, you'd like to see him get out and hook into the bullpen.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Jones. Will not chase.
Okay, KP. He let a breaking ball get too deep, and then he just spit on that one. Doesn't it seem like fastball's the play right here?
Yeah, but you better make sure it's elevated. We've seen what happened if the fastball is down. That's where Jones does the most damage. When you elevate, it's tough for him to center it up.
3rd all-time on the LSU home run list. He's gone. He blew it by him at 96. And Jared Jones 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts.
And that's the spot. That's exactly where you want to throw it if you're going to go fastball against Jones. This is upper part of the zone, maybe just a little up and out. It's tough for a hitter to lay off, and it's also tough to catch up to it. 96 right there for Fluky, and another strikeout.
Just a great job of Matt Williams reading the hitter and adjusting to what the hitter's telling him. And after letting a couple breaking balls travel, that is the perfect call and fantastic execution by Fluky.
Who's got 9 strikeouts. And there's Matt Williams, who came over from South Carolina. As that pitch misses away.
Pretty good year 1 at Coastal.
Yeah, I would say so.
Number 2 in the country in ERA and school record in wins.
He's come up with some very big hits for them. That one gets so low, but it stays close enough. What a break.
He got an assist by Jeff Head right there. Yeah.
So LSU fans are going to get all over Jeff Head.
As much foul territory as there, y'all, this ball might be 2 bases. Like, if this ball doesn't hit Jeff Head, the right fielder, Pato, is nowhere around this ball. And that ball might kick around in the corner there, and you might see Milam at 3rd base. Instead, he's still at 1st. That is a huge break for the Chanticleers.
This one's going to get down in left field. And heading to 3rd base as the ball is cut off out there by Alexander is Milam. And that makes that ball that was deflected by Jeff Head even bigger.
It's a run.
It's a run.
I mean, it's not Jeff Head's fault, but how about the circumstances around that? As you get a hanging breaking ball, Hernandez does a really nice job of getting inside. An inside breaking ball, you can just see how connected his arms are there. And this is the play that just caroms off of Jeff Head. And that ball, if it misses him, the Tigers are up 2-0 right now.
Now, what an at-bat right here for Chris Stanfield. What a moment. You got Fluky throwing his 99th pitch. No. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. Looking to add on to a 1-0 lead they have had since the bottom of the first inning. Runner is off. Bodine is not going to throw, and now he will. And everybody retreats to their own bases. Boy,
well done.
It looked like he could have gone to Thorndike with Hernandez standing right next to him. Do you try to throw it to him?
Well, the first thing you're going to do is get the ball in your shortstop's hand. Throw the ball to middle infielder. He throws it to Barthel here. And his job is just, no, I think he doesn't. They're going to go when you throw it to first. And I think they're just making sure that that runner stays at third base. Could he have thrown it in slap tag? Maybe. I think he chose the safe route for sure.
2-0. And beaten on the ground, charged. To put it short up. He is confident in that play. Ty Dooley ate it up.
Ty Dooley is putting on a slow roller display of how you play shortstop with the nerve it takes to lead a championship team. You got to play fearless. Come downhill, trust your work, trust your hands, and throw a strike.
All right, Pacers and Thunder. Yep, at a Game 7 coming up. Halliburton looked real healthy the other night. Pacers get SGA and the Thunder at home. Tomorrow night, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, ABC, ESPN Deportes, ESPN Radio. It's going to be a difficult play. I didn't like it. Safe at first.
I didn't like it. That's the shortstop's ball, Ravi. And I love that Dickinson wants to be there, and I know you're in an altered position because you're playing up the middle, but this is such an easier play. Watch where Dickinson starts. So he ends up across the bag, but Milam's going to get to this ball and have all his momentum going towards first base, and that'll go as a hit, but that's really a mental error, I think, by Dickinson. But I do have to say, like, Milam should be loud early on that ball.
Yep.
He's got to call that ball so early that Dickinson knows to not make that play.
Well, let's see if Coastal got some up their sleeve here. Dooley at the plate. Mijos back to first. A little action now in the LSU pen. 93 pitches, which is a decent amount, but we were talking 120 to 130 for Kade Anderson tonight. Jacob Myers is warming up. Coastal's had at least one runner every inning but the last. There's the bunt. It's a good one. Braswell fires. Oh, nice play by Braswell to charge and fire with a runner who is bearing down first.
That's why he's in a ball game, boys. It's the ability to defend at third base, and if you're LSU, you know you're going to have to do it. Watch what Braswell lets this ball go. He's on the dirt. Right foot is on the dirt. He's 10 feet away from home plate when he lets it go. Makes that throw a little bit tougher. Throws a strike over to Bear Jones to get Dooley at first.
See what he did at the end, though? He took a good angle away from the dirt to try to make sure he's got a lane to throw it. He's been great.
Very narrow path to throw that ball to, and he did it to perfection.
Once again, though, a runner in scoring position for Coastal. Well, Sykes, who has expanded the zone and has struck out twice, will not go there. Typical Coastal approach. Grind it out, stay in games, get a good start from a pitcher, and try to come up with some runs late. Sykes was late on that one. Landed beautifully.
That one has been so important for him today. The ability to control the curveball. He's thrown it to righties and lefties. He can steal strikes with it. Now he can add depth if he wants to run it out of the zone and try to get the swing and miss.
On the ground, going back to second base, and that worked out beautifully for LSU as Milam picks it up and throws out Sykes.
Okay, deep breath. He looked like he got caught a little in between there. Coastal just begging for that first big hit. They've had their opportunities now. 0 for 8 in the ball game with runners in scoring position. Yep. Man, that's a lot of chances for a team that has been doing it 26 straight games. They've come up with the big hit when they needed it.
We started the telecast talking about the superstars for each team. Kade Anderson on the mound for LSU, and the guy at the plate, Caden Bodine for Coastal Carolina. Yeski's going to come on out. Remember, Bodine has been twice hit by a pitch.
I think this is a discussion, just a reminder. We got first base open. So ultimately, who do you want to go after here? I don't think they're going to put Bodine on. I don't think there's any way you do that in this situation. But ultimately, do you want to be more careful with Bodine with Alexander to follow? Alexander does have one of the 3 Coastal hits today, though.
Caden Bodine has developed as one of the elite catchers in all of the country. His goal with the bat this year was to develop a power stroke the other way, let the ball travel a little deeper and get a little more power to the gaps. It has worked. Bowden comes in hitting .326. He's got 5 homers, but he's got some big homers, especially late. And if you're Coastal, this is the guy you want up in a situation like this. It's Anderson against Bodine in the 7th of game 1 and a 1-0 LSU lead.
I love the approach there from Bodine. Be ready for a strike. Like Kade Anderson, he's so good with changing up the looks and delivering 4 pitches into the strike zone, but he is trying to get ahead. So 2 outs, runner in scoring position. You see Bodine up there, not sitting on a fastball, really just ready to make a move on any pitch over the middle part of the plate. Just missed slashing that one.
Very shallow. Brown and Stanfield in right and center. And he is now in a hole, 0-2. All right, what are we doing here, KP? Slider, fastball?
I think he's burying a curveball. I think you're trusting Hernandez, trying to bounce a curveball, see if he can swing this.
0-2 missed badly, and a good job there again behind the plate by Hernandez.
It was 91 miles an hour. Took it and just really tried to run it arm side off the plate.
Coastal .333 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position at the World Series. And this one beaten on the ground. Tough hot, reached out, and Dickinson snared it. Bodine retired. Another runner left in scoring position. We are set to go to the bottom of the 7th. Dickinson was shaded up the middle and at the last minute broke over to his position and was there just in the nick of time. Anderson and company still up 1. All right, boys, let's take a look at the Capital One rewarding performance. You knew coming in, given the conditions and the arms, there was a chance you'd get a pitcher's duel. We have one.
We got one. We got a really good one. Yeah, and Kade Anderson got a chance to be the first pick in the draft. Cam Fluke's got a chance to be a first rounder next year, and he's got toe-to-toe with Invictus. I mean, for a sophomore in this environment, he has not backed down at all, but so far the 1 run is the difference.
There are their numbers, and again, now we have ourselves the first reliever of this College World Series Finals, and he's been a phenomenal one all year. Dominic Carbone. He comes in with ridiculous numbers. Another one of those Mid-Atlantic State guys out of Rocky Point, New York. But check it out. 6-0 in 40 innings, 50 strikeouts, only 9 walks.
He didn't walk anybody. And you can see how good he's been against left-handers. Now, there's not many left-handers in this LSU lineup, just 2 and a switch hitter, so he won't face many. But for Carbone, it's low 90s fastball and a slider to go with it.
Daniel Dickinson leads things off for LSU, bottom 7. That was an interesting play, that last out of that half inning. He was over there at second with the runner, and then in an effort to get back, He reached out. That thing stayed on the ground. We'd be tied. Anderson made a good pick of that ball. Doesn't seem to be a whole bunch of stress for Kade Anderson sitting there.
No, he seems like he's kept it pretty light throughout the ball game. We've seen the meeting at the mounds. He's been smiling, and why not? He's got a shutout through 7.
Carbone looking for a strike. Instead, he falls behind 3-0. He has faced 23 hitters this postseason, and this is only the 3rd time that he has gone to a 3-ball count. Twice in this game. LSU got the leadoff man aboard once in the first. They scored in the 6th, ended up at 3rd base. Check swing that's going to go foul. Game 1 of the Men's College World Series Finals. That guy right there won it 2 years ago in 2023. He lost to Coastal with Arizona in 2016. Packed house on a balmy night here, 91 degrees in Omaha.
Off him, right here. There you
go. Carbone, like an old school sinker slider guy. We don't see as many of these guys anymore, but he is just trying to grab that 2-seamer and bowling ball it up there against the right-handers.
This ball is going to be in foul territory, and unable to go get it is Colby Thornton.
Ole Miss fan in the ballpark.
That boy with a souvenir from a World Series game. Hustling down the first row.
The Rebel Baby Blue always pops.
Oh, yeah.
Another 3-2 on the way to Dickinson.
Come out.
And that one got him on the elbow. He's going to take his base. And a rare free pass for Carbone.
So the first inning, boys, a leadoff walk to start the ball game. And just a chopper to second base. You think maybe he's going to flip it to second. He chooses not to, throws it across. You don't think much of it, but Monster Milam delivers a rocket up the middle, and that is the difference in the ball game. Just a split-second decision by Ty Dooley not to throw it to second.
Coastal Carolina is challenged to battle being hit by the pitch and then awarded first base. This play is under review.
Well, this is a thing at this College World Series where we've seen hitters called back to the plate, called out for intentionally getting hit.
Oh boy,
by a pitch.
What do you think here, fellas? Does the arm go down towards the ball?
I think he's rolling now. Here's the biggest thing about this: it's a 3-2 count. Like there's no just get out of the way. It's gonna be
this is the view.
You seem to be asking a leading question. I think you think he did drop.
Well, look how low. Like, to me, if you're just rolling, your elbow would stay the height of your shoulder. His elbow ends up down by his hip. And KP, 100% right. Like, you have
no reason to do it.
There's no reason to do it right there. But if you watch the height of his elbow, it drops a good 6 inches. And if you're just purely rolling, I think his elbow would have stayed above the ball.
Again, we've had an incident like this where the hitter was called out in Omaha this week.
After further review, the batter's going to be intentionally hit by the pitch. He's going to be out. Base ball return. Coastal will retain that 2 challenger.
And Brian DeBrouwer's telling Jay Johnson, like, we're not going to talk about it. They just reviewed it for 90 seconds or so. And again, just watch the height of his elbow. It's right by his shoulder. Watch where it ends up. down by his belt. I mean,
it's understandable.
Yeah.
You gave him a chance to make a call that there was, excuse me, no reason to give him a chance to make a call. I mean, you just move out of the way. It's ball four, standing on first base.
And you feel bad because it's a bad pitch. The ball's a foot inside. But by definition, it looked like he made a move at the ball.
Well, it was ball four.
By the way, that's a really good challenge.
Yes.
To come out and do it right there in a spot that I mean, it wasn't blatantly obvious at that point, but you can't take him home with him. You might as well use him, and Kevin Schnall picked the right time to do it.
To get the out for the number 9 hole hitter, Braswell. It's a big break, but it's just given the way that's been called here this week, it makes sense to do it for sure.
No doubt. No doubt.
You know, I haven't seen many of those go against the hitter. Away. This week it's a 50-50 game.
Yeah, there's been a few.
And I don't blame DeBrouwer. What are we going to argue? It was reviewed.
That's it. Time to back up. Dooley's been so good. How about both shortstops tonight, KB?
Yeah, a frustrated Dickinson came in the dugout. He just goes, that's not right. It's not fair. Well, I'm just getting out of the way. What else am I supposed to do?
It didn't look that way. It just did not look that way. And I don't know if it was intentional or not, but ultimately I don't think you give anybody a chance to make that call right there.
2 down in the 7th. Frustration for Dickinson. Curio, a walk, a ground out, and a strikeout. This changes the whole inning too. Lead off and on.
Well, Braswell's going to bunt.
No doubt.
But if he's on first base, Braswell's going to bunt.
And I think we've seen it a couple times this week in full counts. That's the part that really becomes challenging, is because there's just no need for it. And the message should be in both of these dugouts, guys, like if you're getting out of the way of it, your elbow would have gotten higher. You would have lifted it above the height of your shoulder, not below.
Curiel, slow roller. It's going to be a tough play. Carbone, there's nobody at first base. That ball went into no man's land, a Bermuda Triangle out there, and Curiel was going to win the foot race, especially when Thorndike came off the bag.
Yeah, you had a few guys balk too defensively. I mean, watch this on the mound. It's a little start, stop right there. And for Carbone, on the mound in that situation, you got to run directly through first base. That's your line, and there's no reason to break stride, because if you can get it and take it yourself, maybe you have a chance right there. But the minute he breaks stride and pulls up, there's no chance you're going to throw out Curiel.
Carbone batting average against righties .308, lefties just $115. So a rare hit from a lefty as Curiel grabs the lead with Fry.
Well, nothing to write home about, but now that you got the left-hander in the game and that wind blowing across the field, just giving Ethan Fry, a slugger that's got a chance to run one out of here or at least hit you an extra base hit is a huge play in this game.
13 home runs on the season for Fry. Rams it down and away. He wasn't going to be able to pull that over the wall. And for Curiel, that was only the 8th hit that a left-hander has gotten all year off Carbone. 8th. Right under the back.
Pretty good breaking ball. That sinker slider combo seems to be pretty dialed in right now, KP.
He's been one of their 2 closers this year. They got one from both sides, and Carbone is showing it why that slider's been so hard to hit.
Brodine wasn't always a one-knee catcher. Everybody is now, but he said when he did it, it took a while to really get a feel for it. But it was amazing, he said, how his hips didn't bother him anymore, let alone being able to deal with the strikes. 2-2. Yes! And Yes, he did. Home plate umpire calls it, and a punch out of Ethan Fry. Carbone gets out of it, and the Teal get a chance to stand and cheer. We are through 7 innings. Coastal has had more base runners than LSU. Kade Anderson back out to the bump, pitching like an ace, pitching like Skeens, trying to land this one up 1-0.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NCAA for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any picture descriptions or accounts of the game without the NCAA consent is prohibited.
It's been an outstanding pitched game. Stephen Milam, the only run of the game. The NCAA Men's College World Series presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Anderson and Fluky, now Carbone, have been rock solid. We only got 8 hits in this one. Coastal only 3, but they've had the chances, given the hit batters, etc. 4 times, 5 times a runner has reached second base. Coastal and LSU Sunday at 2 o'clock Eastern time. That game will be seen on ABC. Tomorrow, day game between these two, and one of them will have a chance to win a title. Will it be the 8th for LSU and Kade Anderson, or will it be the 2nd for Coastal? Another great start, 7 innings or more. And he's still firing it up there. 92 miles an hour. Sebastian Alexander, 2-3-4, and a couple of righties up in that LSU bullpen. Jacob Myers and Chase Shores.
You know, while Anderson was on the bench during that last inning, Nate Yeske, the pitching coach, went up to the athletic trainer, Bailey Hill, just kind of picking his brain. Like, what do you think he's got left? What are you giving him? Just like electrolytes, a lot of water. I think he's good.
One of the best to ever do it. And Jay Johnson made it a point to bring Nate Yeske aboard. And it's worked out. This ball is popped up in the air to right. And it just hangs up there. And you can really see the impact of the wind on a ball that's to right and not impacted by that scoreboard. It's like a kite just hovering up there.
It's going nowhere. And you know, we just showed that Kade Anderson, now 4th straight start of 7+ innings. He's no stranger to 110+. I mean, we had a game earlier this year against Oklahoma where he threw 135 pitches. Yep. So this is a young man who's capable of even maybe finishing this thing off.
Well, plays like that are going to help. A 1-pitch out for Barthol brings him closer. 2 outs in the 8th.
Skipper can't be real happy about that one.
No, I was about ready to say, regardless of what happens, I think this is his last inning, but you get 2 outs on 3 pitches.
Start thinking about it.
Get a quick one here. He may run it back out there in the 9th.
Yeah.
Mitchell walked, struck out, flew out to left. Yeah, again, Coastal's game isn't to hit home runs. And you get down 1-0, you get late, you start to think a little bigger. It's a hard night to think that way. Boy. 2 balls and no strikes.
Getting a little taste of what it sounds like at the box. This is what it sounds like late when they smell a victory and they don't like a call.
I think the LSU fans that are behind home plate are listening to that from maybe the guys first saying, like, no, it was
8 inches off the plate. That one was not close.
Don't tell him that, KP.
I wouldn't tell him anything.
That is fantastic. That's some headgear I haven't seen before.
Away.
Oof. The Rocky and Bullwinkle cast, is that what we got there?
Let's go with that.
The 2-out walk to Walker Mitchell. You're not familiar with Rocky and Bullwinkle?
No, that's my best. I mean, that would be my best guess too. So.
Yeah, but here's the deal: if you're trying to figure it out, just stop. There's no logical reason behind it at all. It just happened.
That's a career high 4 walks for Anderson, which is just such a small number.
But you can also see how big the trust factor is in him right now. I mean, guys, it's 1-0. I mean, he's been so good right now, but you got a left-hander that's up above 110 pitches with a guy that throws 100 down to the, actually 2 guys that throw 100 down to the bullpen right now, and they're leaving Anderson out there.
Pato waited on one. It's foul, but Braswell was hugging that line, and he was there, even in foul territory, to eat it up.
Well, when we asked Jay Johnson today about Kade Anderson being on full rest, he said he's in the boat, and he's going to be in the boat until he's done. So that's a new phrase for me.
I hadn't heard it either.
Yeah, the inference was that he's...
It's his baseball game.
He's got a long leash tonight.
The corner gets the call at 95.
I can smell it now. I mean, that fastball been 91, 92. Now a little bit extra in the tank for Anderson here towards the end of the 8th.
He's leaned on that changeup tonight. Will he do it again? 0-2. Pulled strike 3. Perfect pitch from Anderson. Another base runner and another punch out to end an inning. Mom and the rest of the purple and gold all fired up by what Kade Anderson is doing tonight.
Quite a night for her son. Quite a night for that left-hander. Anderson, 8 complete, walks off. Still 1-0 LSU.
The festivities in Omaha will start at the Blatt, just across the street. Wildly popular place for baseball fans. And then you come on inside, riding along the train. Coastal and LSU, game 1 of the men's finals. LSU's got a 1-0 lead over Coastal. Anderson, 9 strikeouts in 8 innings, has only allowed 3 hits. Stephen Milam has been a tough guy to get out. Carbone faces him for the first time, beaten onto the ground, and that is fielded cleanly. And there is 1 quick out here in the bottom of the 8th.
Looks like he's staying in, KP.
Yeah, it does not look like he's coming out again.
And I don't know why he would. I mean, again, he's handled this kind of pitch load throughout the course of the year, and he's doesn't look like he's wavering from a command standpoint. We saw 95 last inning.
I think he's gotten better as the game has gone on. Yeah, and then found a little bit more velocity there when he needed it.
He's in the boat.
He's in the boat. It appears to still be in the boat.
This will probably be his last time on the bump in purple and gold, and he's looks like he's set to try to finish this one.
He got 1 complete game under his belt. That was April 3rd against Oklahoma. He gave up 5 hits. He struck out 14. In that game, he just had a couple of walks. You wonder, you know, we talked about the offensive timeout when Flukie was on the mound, letting him sit out there in 98. Part of that may have been to get Anderson a little breather, too, on his own bench. We just saw another one of the offensive timeouts. Jake Brown up. Nope. That's low, and saw Bodine try to steal a strike for his pitcher. He couldn't do it. There are umpires that are harder to steal strikes.
Yes.
Like DeBrouwer's like
he's so sure of what he sees. I don't think you're. I think he's calling it whether you could miss it. I think he's calling it earlier than you catch it.
One. That's right. Ha! 1 and 2. All right, so there you go. I mean, the ventilation is blowing right on Kade Anderson. He's got a couple of those up here. Anybody in the truck?
Can utilize one of those.
Kade Anderson's from the Bayou. I don't think 91 with some humidity.
He's pitched in it before.
Yes, too uncomfortable.
Ben McDonald, part of our pregame show with Jackie Bradley Jr. and Mike Monaco. He was down in the field. Ben looked like an ice cube. Not a problem. That Louisiana guy, no problem.
That's away.
3 balls, 2 strikes. There he is, still cool. 3-2. And what I really loved about that pregame show, I loved all of it, but Ben was talking, Ben almost got emotional about what it means to pitch here, to just be in this environment. And for all of us that are here, this is a love affair you have with this game, but you guys that wore the uniform and played, that's an extra special experience. 3-2 roped into right field. Jake Brown, a solid single, no doubt about it. He goes to first. SportsCenter will follow us. They'll have much more on this game and this series. And man, were we doing some yard work today in the majors. Soto, Cal Raleigh's got 30 as a catcher. How's that? Rafael Devers against his former team, the Red Sox. They go to San Francisco and he goes deep. Pacers and Thunder, Game 7 preview. Kelsey, Riggs, Cup, and Ryan Smith will have it all. That's coming up on SportsCenter right after this game. Is this the Jared Jones breakout moment in this game? Sees a new pitcher.
Away.
The Jones swing path is built for where Carbone likes to go, and it's the 2-seamer down at the bottom of the zone.
Hit hard on the ground at second, and that is tailor-made. I mean, that was a run off the bat. But it's a double play from Barthol to Dooley. He is going back out. Are we going to see a complete game? It is 6-7-8 against the ace of the Tigers, trying to take a 1-0 lead in the series. All right, first inning, we go back to it, and really, it's this play that allowed the runner to get to second, Curiel. So he's standing there, and after Milam delivers, they go up 1-0. The last 2 games we have seen here on this field, the shortstops have been involved in plays. One where Vahiva Aloy didn't go to second for a double play. And on that one, Dooley decided to go to first and not second to cut the lead runner down. Now we go to the 9th inning, and Anderson trying to finish off a masterpiece. He starts with Colby Thorndike. And quickly ahead, 0-2, looking for strikeout number 10. He got him! A wicked slider slash curveball for a punch out number 10.
Just simplified right there. Got ahead with the first pitch strike on the breakable and stayed right with it. 3 in a row to get Thorndike swinging. 10th strikeout of the day for Kade Anderson. Just 2 outs away from a CG shutout in Game 1 of the finals.
DeMijos next up. Wow. Changeup. Perfect. 0-1. Coastal Carolina has been shut out only 2 times this year. Texas State did it on March 29th. Arkansas State on April 6th. It was a 1-0 game at Texas State, 2-0 at home against Arkansas State. Carolina on the 7th, so it's 3 times. That's it all year. This offense has been held to a 0. Foul ball and ahead 0-2. Get the LSU crowd back right up on its feet. And it feels it's what, 85, 90%?
Oh yeah.
Tiger fans in this building.
It's pretty purple in here. Not surprising.
The 0-2. I got another foul ball.
First fastball of the inning right there. All off speed to that point. Nice job there by Mios of just at least being ready to fight that one off. As Kade Anderson certainly doesn't look to be wearing out. He looks to be getting stronger here.
He sees that finish line, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. They made the observation when he's going arm side against the righty. Hernandez really sets up way outside. Is that because his pitches tend to drift back a little?
Cut, they're a little afraid of that ball cutting back over the plate.
On a 1-2. Braswell, pretty play. Does he have time? Oh, yes, he does. How good has Michael Braswell been at the hot corner tonight?
Do it, young man. This is a difficult play. I thought he would go 360, but he decided to keep his chest towards the infield, playing down the line, moves to his left, and just rips it to Jared Jones. What a play.
See, it is.
Next hitter is going to be Domenico Tozzi. The freshman out of Camp Hill, Pennsylvania, 5'10", 195 pounds. There is a threat to hit it over the wall with 7 homers. They take Dooley out and bring in the right-handed hitter. Anderson's about to throw his 124th pitch. Wicked. Away. 2 balls and a strike. Capture the moment in what could be a complete game shutout.
Go away.
Nope, it's 3-1.
Oh.
5th walk of the game. Posey will go down to first.
3-1 slider right there. A little bit surprised he didn't go change up in that bat to the right-hander, but traffic right now. Let's see if there's any movement in that LSU dugout.
Freddie Rodriguez is the pinch runner there at first base.
Well, there's some movement, but it's Nate Yeski and not Jay Johnson.
Nate is usually not going to make a move.
Wells Sykes, the 9-hole hitter who has struck out twice, is up.
Well, this is a guy in this Coastal lineup that will go out of the zone a little bit.
Yes.
And that could be part of the discussion right here. Is be surprised if you see a first pitch changeup. Just whether or not Sykes can be patient in this at bat.
Look, he's out there smiling again, and just continues to keep that very cool demeanor, even though the go-ahead runs up to bat.
The LSU crowd is certainly appreciative, perhaps wondering if Yeski was going to be the one that made the change, but appreciative of the fact they may get a chance to witness history. And this Anderson has pitched so well tonight. Shores and Williams are just out there in that bullpen watching. So it comes down to a battle between Anderson and Wells Sykes. The outfield has gone into what they jokingly refer to as no triples defense. They're deep, even in right and center. Strike one to Sykes.
95 from Anderson.
No drop in velocity.
That's
all night.
one of his best fastballs of the day. 95 right at the knees on the outside.
Popped up, playable, right field. Brown. And a special K performance for Kade Anderson. A complete game shutout with 10 strikeouts. And LSU wins 1-0 and grabs a 1-0 lead in the finals. Anderson at the College World Series is now 2-0 in 16 innings. He's given up 1 run and struck out 17.
You have an appearance like that in this setting, wearing that jersey, you become hero status in Baton Rouge.
No doubt.
And that's exactly what Kade Anderson did tonight. On a night where LSU's offense scores 1 run, it's a leadoff walk in the first inning that comes around to score. The left-hander took it from there.
And it was so impressive because early it was not his A+ stuff. I mean, the free passes early, but he saved his best stuff for runners in scoring position. And the clutch nature to be able to wiggle out of the traffic against a team who on a 26-game winning streak made everybody pay that gave them free bases. Kade Anderson came up with the big pitch time and time again. And then as the game went on, he seemed to get stronger. And he pitched like a true ace here in this one.
Well, your hero status comes not only from this game, which elevates you to another level, but remember the first game that he won was against Arkansas. More elevation. Chris Button's down on the field shaking hands with Kade Anderson and now has the interview.
Yeah, hugs all around for you, Kade, for a spectacular performance. What was the adrenaline like when you took the mound today?
Yeah, just put my team in a situation to win. And a lot of credit to our defense. I didn't have that many strikeouts, so a lot of credit to them, and just trust. Goes back to trust.
You seem to have gotten better as the game went along. What was working for you?
Yeah, just mixing pitches and just trusting my coach.
Take me into the conversations with Nate Yeske in the 9th about wanting to stay out and finish this game.
Just be in the moment and just be where your feet are.
You pitched your team 1 win away from a national championship. You're a kid that grew up in Louisiana wanting to wear this jersey. What has this moment meant? She get a little bling. What's this moment been like?
Yeah, just dream come true. Dream come true.
Congratulations.
Thank y'all.
All right, Chris, thank you very much. Well, we told you that LSU can crush a winning streak. Remember, they ended Oregon State's, and now they have ended the long winning streak of Coastal Carolina, who hasn't tasted defeat in 2 months. But the win streak is over. Anderson is a hero. LSU is 1 win away from a World Series title again.
Pretty impressive. Teal's not done yet, though. They'll come back ready to go on what will be a scorcher tomorrow in Omaha.
We had some good arms tonight. There'll be 2 really good ones tomorrow as well.
See you tomorrow. Our coverage starts at 2 on ABC. For Chris Button, Chris Burr, KP, and our entire crew, Carl Rabbit saying thanks for joining us here in Omaha. Anderson and LSU win it 1-0. Sports Center coming up next.
Outback Steakhouse has a 3-course meal called the Aussie.